Dr. Sarah Mitchell from Helping Babies Sleep. Don't forget to click subscribe to never miss a sleep tip about your baby's sleep. Today I want to talk to you about 5-month-olds, and I love 5-month-olds so much. Think about how much they've changed in just the last 2 months. They're having so much personality, eye contact, they might be rolling, some of you are even hovering on all fours or working on sitting up. Lots can be happening at this age. So how much sleep does your 5-month-old need? So your kiddo needs 11 to 12 hours of overnight sleep. And that includes probably one night feed. It depends on if your kiddo is exclusively breastfed or taking formula or having a mix of both. But an exclusively breastfed kiddo probably still eats once. And yes, I've had kids that sleep the whole night through, but I kind of like to let it happen naturally. Very average is to have one night feed. And if you're formula fed, absolutely you can be doing the work of clearing those feeds out of the night and sleeping 11 to 12 hours without eating. That is possible for you. The other thing your 5-month-old needs is 3 to 4 hours of daytime naps. And 5 months tends to be a bit of a transition period. You're often starting to transition down to a 3-nap schedule, which will be well established by 6 months. What you need to happen to get there is that your kiddo can stay awake 2 hours comfortably between sleeps and then have naps that are over 45 minutes to get down to a 3-nap schedule. If on 5 months you're having like 4 45-minute naps, that's not bad. That's pretty good. You'll still hit that 3-hour threshold that we're looking for. But in that case, I'd love you to have a little bit more nighttime sleep, because overall on 24 hours, you need 15 hours roughly at this age. And that's a guideline, a really good place to start. Yes, I've worked with outliers in my practice. I've been practicing since 2013, so I've seen a wide variety of kids, but it's very average to see 11 hours at night. 12 hours is a gift. It's a wonderful thing. And those kids might be on the shorter end of that 3 to 4 hour nap range, right? Around 3 hours. Is there a sleep regression at this age? So there's really not a major sleep regression, but anytime you hear sleep regression, I want you to think about progress. So your child is growing neurologically or physically. Okay, and that's distracting them from relaxing into sleep. And what commonly we start to see at 5 months is rolling. So often kids can roll one way but not the other. And so what do? Well, you kind of go in and flip them back over basically to help them out, because we help kids who can't help themselves per se. The other thing that can start to happen around now is teething. Teething varies so much. I've had a 4-month-old teething, and I've also seen like kids at 9 months that still have no teeth. And you can have chronic teething and acute teething. So chronic teething is when they just start to drool and you think, oh good, any day now there's going to be a tooth, and then nothing comes in. Acute teething is when your child's waking up a lot more, you're seeing them in discomfort, and the pain is worse right before the tooth actually pierces through the gum. Once it pierces through, the pain tends to recede. But there can be lots of inflammation, especially at night, because inflammation gathers at night. It's when your immune system is at its highest and doing its work. And so they may be more uncomfortable in the night. So what is possible for your 5-month-old sleep? What is possible with my clients is that we're aiming for 11 to 12 hours of overnight sleep and working down to either 1 night feed or 0 night feeds, depending on the fattiness of mom's milk if they're breastfeeding and their formula. And there's other things you want to take in consideration. For example, if I'm working with a mom who's breastfeeding but also working and she's having to pump at work, maybe we're keeping that 1 night feed because it helps her keep her supply up, right? Maybe I'm working with a mom with postpartum depression and she just really needs to get some sleep because that will help, along with other services and therapies that are extremely important. But maybe, we're thinking of mom and baby as a unit and what can put them in balance. Maybe that kiddo is getting a bottle of formula before they go to sleep to help them sleep through the night. Let me tell you, formula alone is not the only thing that's going to make your kiddo sleep through the night. It's just one of the tools that can help you. Exclusively breastfed kids can definitely sleep through the night. On average, though, it's not 5 months. It's usually closer to 8 months or so. Not that I haven't had kids in my practice do it at 5 months, but I kind of like to let it happen naturally. We just wean down to 1, and then we kind of see what happens. Okay, so that's basically what's happening for you at 5 months. By 6 months, your kiddo should, I hate using the word should because they're unique individuals, but most kids are transitioning down to 3 naps, and your sleep needs are dropping into 6 months. They're dropping down from 3 to 4 hours of naps during the day down to 2 to 3 hours of naps during the day at 6 months, but your overall 11 to 12 hours of nighttime sleep is staying asleep. If you want some more answers about your kiddo's sleep, or you're struggling with something, you want a little bit more guidance on it, click on my sleep quiz. It's 6 simple questions where I'll ask you what's happening with your kiddo, and I'll give you a personalized response with a couple no-tier things that you can implement tonight. Check that out.